Tom. I'm Kathleen, and this is my cat, Tucker. And you've landed at Right Cat Reads, where Tucker and I read you awesome stories by really cool indie authors. Wait, what's an indie author? An indie author, or independent author, is someone who writes and publishes their own book, all without a big company to help them out. Whoa! It's kind of like doing an art project. Sometimes when you go to an art class, a grown-up might give you step-by-step instructions and tell you exactly how to do everything. Other times, when you're making a picture or a craft, you get to make all of the decisions yourself, from whether you use crayons or colored pencils or markers, to what shapes you put on the page, even maybe if you add glitter. That's what an indie author does with their books. They don't follow someone else's instructions. They do it their own way. It's a lot of work, but it means they get to tell their story exactly how they want to tell it. They might choose the pictures, the cover, even how it gets printed and shared. In a minute, I'm going to show you the super cool new book we'll read together today. But before I do, ask your grown-up to hit the subscribe button so that you get to hear all of the cool new stories when they come out. And hit the like button, because that's going to help other kids discover new stories too. Every book Tucker and I read here was made for kids just like you. And today's book is no different. Let's head over to my desk and check it out.
One Unsunny Day by Taylor Peak. Art by Olga Saul. For my kids who have opened my eyes to all of the magic that can be found in life's ordinary moments. On the first day of summer, I rushed to the curtains, flinging open the window with gusto. I sang, "Hello, Summer," to the sky with a smile. But wait. Where's the sun? Uh-oh. The sky rumbled and crackled. It boomed and it howled. The big sound sent me down to the floor. Staying low to the ground, I crept slowly and found my summer list tacked to my door. There'd be no flying kites, no parks, pools, or picnics. So what fun could this day even bring? Being stuck there inside with no sand, sun, or sky was the least of adventurous things. My sadness grew giant. It tried to take over. With my list tossed aside, I just cried. My most perfect day washed away with the rain. I just wanted to curl up and hide. In my heart, in my head, my own storm began brewing, with each second more angry and large, till a voice in my head said to make today great, and reminded me who was in charge. I could never control the bad weather, couldn't tell the dark clouds to pass through, but I could try my best to move through my own storm, even if it felt so hard to do. I was finding my courage, still down in the dumps, just a grumpy old grump on my bed. Then the wind took my list, looped and swooped it around, and landed it right on my head. I turned and I glimpsed at myself in the mirror, and a giggle snuck right past my lips. "Ahoy, matey," I growled, "a hat fit for a pirate." Now I just needed my ship. A gust of strong wind blew my curtains wide open, and the lightning revealed a ship's sail. With my feathery sidekick and patch on my eye, I had thought of each pirate detail. What's this? A slippery serpent aboard? An intruder? We had to act fast. But the choppy sea jostled and rattled my ship, and the snake, well, it slipped right on past. With a mighty big heave and an old yo-ho-ho, I banished that snake to the sea. I've conquered bathtubs way rougher than this. This storm has got nothing on me. All that sailing and swashbuckling worked up my hunger, so I ventured downstairs for a bite. I entered the kitchen as bats darted by, and the room was as dark as the night. With my headlamp and helmet, I crouched down real low, and I crawled where the bats could not see. As I shimmied through tunnels all dusty, achoo! 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 Hey, who is that copying me? Is somebody there? I just need to get out. I just need to get out, he replied. Through tunnels and caves, I was careful, yet brave. No one echoed my shout once outside. After breakfast, I needed a hug from my mom. I yelled, "Mom!" but she didn't reply. "Mom? Mom, where are you?" I worried. "Mom, you're not answering. Why?" "Down here, buddy," Mom finally said. "I'm just buried in laundry today." My mom's muffled voice sounded tired and stressed. A mission I couldn't delay. I ran quick to the basement and scaled the clothes mountain, hurling garments like big balls of snow. After making my way through a pants avalanche, I rescued poor Mom from below. For a rest, I flopped next to my cat on the couch. He sure was an awe-striking critter. His tangled-up whiskers were clumped with old kibble, and his toes were encrusted with litter. "Don't you move," I told Chubbs, and that cat didn't flinch as I dashed down the hall to my door. I came back with brushes, my paints, and my canvas, and I worked on the living room floor. My skills as an artist were put to the test, so I wore my beret and mustache. My brushes were magic across the white canvas, my masterpiece done in a flash. I was hanging the frame for my most brilliant work when suddenly Chubbs hissed and jumped. My head spun round quick, and I saw something there, a monster with spikes, bumps, and lumps. Seeing Chubbs oh so scared was a terrible thing. I'd protect him with all of my might. I prepared for a monster, but wouldn't you know, it ran scared as I flipped on the light. I slid down the wall with a sigh of relief for the battle I once thought I'd fight. A day that was empty, now full to the brim with excitement, adventure, and plight. Mom emerged from the laundry room, making me jump. "The sun's out. Are you ready to play?" "Tomorrow," I said, sinking into the couch. We've had enough fun for one day.
Write Cat Reads, resources for teachers and parents at school and at home. Write Cat Reads is brought to you by Write Cat Creative and Kathleen Melvin, who believes that change is only possible when we share our ideas. And that books like this one are one of the most powerful tools we have to spark curiosity, compassion, courage, and change in the next generation. Special thanks to the author, for generously granting permission to bring this story to life in a Read-Aloud. Music by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetent, whose mission to make royalty-free music widely accessible helps creative projects like this one exist. And of course, thanks to Tucker for his expert page-turning assistance. And to you for listening, reading, supporting indie authors, and helping create a world where every child's story matters. If you loved this book, be sure to check out more from the author, and join us next time on Right Cat Reads.
Something that I love that the author of this book did, that you can see right here on this page, is it says, hey, want Taylor Peak to read to your school? And Taylor Peak is the person who wrote this book. It says, ask your teacher or principal to contact her. And then it gives her email and her website and where your teacher or principal can find her on social media. And then she also shares a little bit about herself. It says, Taylor Peak is a Denver-based author, illustrator, and mom who believes that ordinary moments are just one spark away from becoming magical adventures. Inspired by her own children's creativity and imaginative world, she creates stories that bring joy, connection, and laughter to readers of all ages. One Unsunny Day is the first in a planned series celebrating imagination, resilience, and the unexpected magic of the moments in life.